that's a nice setup.
Yeah, so the DVD, yeah, the home.
Yeah, this is my girl. So the first time, I told the story before so many times. The first time I went over my wife's crib now, she was my girl then, Jerod, when you did the first, the episode. But we got married recently, and fucking the first thing I saw because we were gonna watch The Crow, she was like, "What's your favorite movie?" I love movies, and I said The Crow, right? So she leads me into this room, bro. The first time I went to her apartment, and I was like, "This is gonna last a while, I think." She had like Funko Pop figures on the top. She had a Captain America poster, fucking everywhere. She loves Captain America. That's her shit.
Yeah.
But
damn, she got a collection. That's crazy.
Yeah. I guess I should do some fucking intro. We just got right into it.
Yeah.
Yo, what is good, YouTubes? This is your boy Ray, and this is the Everyday City Carry. And tonight, I've got both of them, yo. I've got Negro Jump, I've got Cordero and Jerod, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta,
my man.
First time.
Yeah.
Yo,
no Jerod, no Cordell, no nothing. None of that.
Yo, what's up? Now, you know what's crazy? So
gang. You see what's going on.
Stay on me.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you this, man. So I can never wear this.
I bet.
You know that. Right? I wore it out in New York City a few times, and people were like looking at me a little bit, but they were looking at me like, is that just some kind of like Shonen Jump inspired like thing, right? Or is this dude just kind of wacky? Is he being racist? Like a number of things could go through people's minds, but
same thing happened to us. We would do a man on the street, and three of us walking down the street wearing Negro Jump shirts. And people were still just looking.
Like, all right.
I watched that. I watched that. Was that how long did that take you guys? Cheers to you, by the way, my friends.
Oh, thanks.
Appreciate it.
Cheers, man.
Yeah.
What was that, though? 3-4 hours just walking around the village?
Yeah. We had a buddy of ours who like our third member behind the shadows. He came down from Boston, and then he had his camera with him. It's something we've been wanting to do for a while. And we just it was just one of those things. It was like, we just don't have enough hands on deck to make it happen. So when he came, we were like, yeah, we got to get this done. And it was fun, a lot of fun. It was fun.
Yeah, it was dope. I watched the little video on YouTube, and then you were talking to that white girl, and she was like, I watch all that shit. That was fucking dope.
Wow.
You'd be surprised. Yeah.
That was wild. She's just like, yeah, I watch anime. I'm like, for real? What you watch?
Immediately into it.
What you watch?
Yeah.
You were like, oh, you're talking about hentai and shit like that.
Yeah.
She brought it up too. She brought it up.
Yeah. And it's funny, you don't see it, but the dude sitting on the opposite side of them, like, 'cause the camera was just on the two girls. The dudes on the opposite side were just like, jaws are open. They're like, what? Wait, what's happening?
Like, you haven't checked it out? Don't fucking play, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
It's nuts.
You know what's crazy is all day today. So whenever I have a guest on, I like to watch tape on them. You know what I'm saying? So I literally watched, I want to say 5 episodes of Negro Jump today.
Damn.
Yeah, and
yeah, thanks for the views.
I genuinely, I am a fan. I mean, I love podcasts. I listen to some of the bigger ones like Rogan, Your Mom's House, all this shit, Fighter and the Kid, all that stuff. Some of the MMA ones, some of the comedy ones. But I am a fan of podcasts in general, and I'm a fan of you guys because rarely do I watch anime content or people talking about it that I'm just like, I'm not this type of nerd. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a nerd. I'm a huge fucking nerd, but sometimes it gets a little too weeb for me, and you guys have this energy that matches my energy. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really like Negro Jump. And you know what made me happy? The last episode that I was watching while I was coming home, it was with Ibrahim.
Okay.
And you did a stretch on talking about like MCU shit. And that made me so happy because Jerod was like, I don't like that shit, yo. The last time he was on here. So do you watch any MCU tough stuff now?
I do. Like, when I can or whenever I get around to it, I just don't make it a priority. Like, it's kind of, I'm kind of looking at the MCU kind of like with Drake, like the same way I look at Drake, like super successful, but I'm getting a little tired of it after a while. After a while, just like, can we get something else? And every now and again, I get a surprise. I'm like, cool. Like, I went with my family to go see Shang-Chi. I didn't really want to go see it, like, immediately. But it was dope. It was a dope movie, yeah. I wasn't in a rush. 10 years you got out of me, man. You got 10 years.
Now, everything he just said, but for One Piece. That's me. That's me.
10 years to catch up, bro.
That's me.
We're going to talk about One Piece for sure.
Every year. But no, yeah, it's, well, we had that discussion where it's like, yeah, for a year, every year, 3 movies to make this whole thing. And he was like, after Infinity War and Endgame, you're like, I don't got any more.
I'm burnt out, dog. Like, what is Avengers? It's like, I'll do X-Men. I'll do anybody else. It's like, show me somebody else besides the same people who've been showing me for the past 10 years. That's kind of where I'm at right now. So when I heard they doing Shang-Chi, I was like, why are they doing the martial arts expert guy in the Marvel universe? And then they tie it in with the Mandarin and stuff. I'm like, all right, that sounds cool. And it was a fun karate flick, essentially. Yeah. Like, I like it.
Them, I think they're the people you know the least about are the better movies.
So much fun.
It's just
so much fun. Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Luke Cage. Daredevil series was fire.
I was really scared that Shang-Chi was going to be like fucking Iron Fist on Netflix. I was like, fuck, please no, yo. Like, please do not let it be that, because this is a big thing for Asians, right? And it delivered, man. It fucking delivered. It did not feel like an MCU movie at all to me until the very end when he was the big battle. And then, you started hearing the symphony and I'm like, oh, this is kind of Avengers. Like, they're going to use this. I just envision in my head maybe Spider-Man or Doctor Strange or even the Eternals, like they're in trouble. And all of a sudden you hear the Shang-Chi theme and you see the fucking rings and they're like, oh shit. And he comes out. I'm excited.
The rings was hard. The rings was hard. That was a nice touch how they changed the whole Mandarin.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah. And Ben Kingsley was like really funny. He was a comedic relief, which was good. And it was refreshing to see that, man, because what was it before that? They released Black Widow. And that was like, to me. It was okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I feel like Shang-Chi, I gave it, I don't know. I think when we reviewed it on our Patreon, it's like 4.5 out of 5. It's not just because I'm Asian. That shit is actually good. You know?
I review all across the board like that one. Yeah, for Black Widow, I still haven't seen it yet, but I plan to. Because, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, we all know this stuff is like it's a roadmap to whatever the next phase is. So you can kind of watch, like, I'll get to it. I got you.
That's what I'm at now. It's like, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
I'm in no, but then like what, Spider-Man No Way Home was just like,
I felt, I'll be honest, I didn't see the, what is it, Far From Home? Oh, no, which was the second?
Yeah, I think it was,
I didn't see that till like a month ago. You know what I mean? I was letting it sit.
Congrats.
I was letting it sit.
Because I got bored. I think, it was pre-COVID.
Yeah,
I just pirated both of them and got the internet show on like a day. They were already out, and I was just like, tired. I'll watch it, but like Disney Plus wasn't out. It wasn't on DVD. Like, it was nowhere. And then also, it was that and Phoenix, X-Men Phoenix,
Dark Phoenix. That one kind of came and went.
That one because it was too much to put in one movie. You had X-Men, you had Phoenix Force, and you had Aliens, all in one movie. That's a lot. That's a lot to do. That's a lot.
Those movies, right? Who is it that directed it? Bryan Singer or some shit? I think.
The old X-Ones, right? You talking about
the new ones, the new class, the first class shit. The young ones. So I feel like that. See, it was 3 of them, right? That series of movies had good moments, but overall there was shit. You know what I mean? Like some of the fight scenes on the train with Magneto, like fucking crushing. That was dope to me.
Yeah.
But I just, I
think it was.
I want X-Men the cartoon. You know what I'm saying? I want to feel the vibe of X-Men the cartoon. That's what I want. That's what everybody wants.
Apocalypse was fun because they had so many familiar faces up.
Yeah.
You tell me you put Psylocke in a movie, I'll watch it. I don't care who's playing her. Like, you got Beast wilding out. You had Archangel. Storm finally made an appearance in a new trilogy. So it was like, hell yeah. Like, I was with it. And then also, too, I've been dying to see Apocalypse for the X-Men. I thought that guy did a great job. And people were like,
they Ivan Oozed them.
Yes. And you know what
you're supposed to do? Yeah.
You know what is crazy? I have featured that Ivan Ooze clip from Negro Jump many times on this channel before when you were talking about the lean and shit and how like put the cup down. Bro, I was laughing so hard. That's how I became a fan of you guys. I was like, oh, this is what I want, you know, like, you know, kind of like a little bit racially flavored like humor, but with anime and pop culture mixed in, a little bit of that, you know, grit, like New York City gritty flavor. And it was just a done deal. Like I followed you guys and I shouted you out like the next day. You know,
yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, that one got us definitely.
That one got a little pop.
Because that was like that was when we would pre-record like mad episodes.
Yeah,
and we were like staggering them. That's when we were still like bi-weekly. So by the time that came out, I completely forgot about that episode. Yeah. And he showed me a clip, and I was just dying. Yeah, dying.
That's so funny, man. That's so funny, man.
That's my thing. I was gonna ask. I know you got us this interview, but since you're another fellow podcaster,
yeah.
Do you ever have that feeling of like you record something and then once you're done, you press the stop button like, that was shit. Like that was ass. And then a week later you hear it's like, you know what? No, never mind, my bad. like that was
so
actually
many times.
That's what happened with shout out to Stefan Hightower. He's a comic from St. Louis up here in New York. And we had him come through, but I didn't realize he didn't watch anime. He's not really into anything like nerdy, super like heavy on. So like we really had to talk to him. And after actually just talking to him, having a conversation, we found out so much about him. Like he's actually related to like what do you say? Like his cousin did the intro song.
He was a St. Louis rapper.
Yeah.
Did, NBA Street.
Yeah. His cousin. Yeah. Just some rant. Like, I'm like, what?
You pulled up the music video?
Yeah. Like, huh? And then he was telling us about how like he's like, I played Pokemon. He's like, I wasn't into it. He's like, I just like playing it. But he was like, remember when cards came out? And it's like, you know, when Pokemon cards were big, you got pulled up to school. They would take them.
Yeah.
Allegedly, they went into the school and got them after hours. So that was a whole story told on Negro Jump. Right.
That's amazing, man. That's wild, what podcasting is about, man. It's like you get guests on that you want to talk to. And I've been following this model. I've been following kind of like, I used to try to be like the podcast that I'm listening to. I learned how to talk and speak better on podcasts through just watching all the comedians do podcasts. It's like just say outrageous shit, which is what I do on the daily anyway. But you know, Rogan always does this. You know, arguably the biggest media personality on earth, right? Is he just talks to people that he wants to talk to. That's it. Yeah. So when Jerod was on, you know, Everyday City Carry the first time, that was the first time I had a guest on that was not a knife person. You know what I mean?
Really?
It was kind of testing the waters. And that was one of the best conversations I had. I was like, oh shit, I could not, you know, because I actually don't think I know a lot about these things. Like I know a little bit. I know more than the average person.
And I know very little. Like
I know way more now.
Yeah.
You know, I know a little bit because I've been in the community for a while, and I owe them everything because they've, you know, obviously given birth to this channel by supporting me. And you know, now my wife Kelly like hops on. She's the co-host and shit, and she's at work right now. That's why she's not here. But you know, and they just accepted us, and now I can just do whatever I want. I just make any type of content that I want now, and it gets, you know, decent amount of views. I'm not popping off like crazy because my channel's topics are so wide. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'll be vlogging it on New York City one day, and you know, we're going to eat, and it's like all food, and then another time I'll be streaming on Twitch, and I'll have clips, and then sometimes I'll be doing this, you know. So I think that's I want to talk to you guys about that content creation side of it. I think that's really where the downfall of, not the downfall, but what slows it down from growth a little bit is I'm just spreading. It's so wide, and we're posting on.
Well, I mean, you keep the thing on as long as you during all those videos, you keep the thing on.
That's it. What is it about? It's all about the knife.
It's all about the knife. Like just show them hip shot. You know what I mean?
I just have it like. Just have it right here.
Yeah, that's it. Cut your avocado toast with it.
I can't. I'll get arrested if I do it in New York City, though. You know what I'm saying? I never keep my knife out or use it in public ever, bro. Like never. At work, at home, and maybe at my boy's crib. That's it. If I'm outside, no way. I don't even put the pocket clip like on the pocket because they're gonna see that shit and they're gonna be like, get him! He has a green card. He has a knife. I'm like on a TikTok somewhere, going viral. You know. So I don't want that. But back to the content creation side. Have you guys done anything different? Do you feel like you use more of a strategy now with how you post your content?
Yeah, I mean,
yes and no.
It's like a weird, it's
because like when we first initially started talking about it, and when we actually started recording, we were already being like, oh, we could just do everything we could possibly want to do with this. Mm-hmm. Like everything creative that we can think of, we can do it through this. And then the fact that we were looking at this as like a kind of like a poster child, I guess, of lack of better words, of like G4, because that's that like
okay.
That's what we were greatly inspired by. Actually, we were greatly inspired by like shows like G4, where it was just, it was like, yes, it was gaming television, but you could put it on at any time, and it was something it was almost like varieties.
Ninja Warrior, Street Fury.
Wait, Ninja Warrior, like the show where they jump on the
original one.
The original,
Japan.
My brother is on Ninja Warrior.
Yes.
My oldest brother is on Ninja Warrior. He's been on like 4 seasons.
Really?
Yeah, he's 48 years old. He's fucking jacked. That's why I got into fucking like fitness over the fucking pandemic.
There you go. There you go. Let him out. Let him out.
Bro.
It's your channel, dude.
Go climb Mount Midoriya.
There you go.
Go climb Mount Midoriya.
I'm trying so hard, bro. But yeah, he's on Ninja Warrior. I remember G4 though. That shit was dope.
G4 was beautiful. They're back now, but it's like just YouTube,
just slow roll. It definitely feels like a slow roll. They said they were going to do like a big thing, but I think maybe like pandemic and like COVID probably like stopped them a little bit. But he like you had the initial idea of like almost like you said you wanted like a panel at one point in time where it was just like two black dudes, but the more we started talking to people in this community, it was just more people like us, grew up in the 90s. Like this stuff, for some reason, based on where we were demographically, it was just like, it wasn't cool to just be like, yeah, I like Dragon Ball Z. Or it's like, like it was just a weird time. And then you realize these people just exist. And you're like, all right, well, what you want to talk, what you watching?
Right.
What are you still doing,
You know what's crazy? So I had another podcast on here, another anime podcast, and I actually mentioned you guys right away. And they were like, oh shit, you're putting us on the spot, because they're not as big as you guys. Keeping it 9,000. Pretty dope name though. I like it.
Okay.
I like it. Yeah. They're from New York too. They're black dudes from New York too. So like but it was pretty cool. But fuck, what was I gonna ask right now? I just totally forgot. This happens all the time. My ADHD brain is just going like this.
Come on, you got anime podcast, Keeping It 9,000. You had them on. You brought us up.
Fuck, I mentioned some. I don't know. I'll get to it.
All right.
But you were talking about on one of the episodes that I listened to today. You were talking about is there another big three? Like if you were gonna put together one. Right. Mm-hmm. And I listened to you guys so much. Like I wanted to say something. Like I wish I was in the conversation, because like I'm a little bit older. And to me, when I first came to America, first of all, I didn't know I was watching anime my whole life, because I was watching like Mazinger Z, Daimos, Voltus 5. I was watching Mask Rider Black, like all these, all of that, Power Rangers, all that. I was watching the original shit, And when I came to America, the first 3 animes that I watched were, first it was Ninja Scroll. I rented that shit. I was like 10. And they were like, oh, it's just cartoons. You could rent it. Mm-hmm. We watched...
nigga licking somebody's titties.
Ninja Scroll, I was watching out to see if my mom would see me, because you remember when she was that girl that has poison in her body? And then the dude with the rocks was like eating around and shit.
I was like, yo, this nigga's mouth is on the whole titty.
I'm trying to like hide it. But I watched Ninja Scroll, Akira, and Ghost in the Shell. Like those are the first 3. That if there was something that was really crucial to me getting into anime, it was those 3. Even though I don't mention that a lot. But yeah, I watched those 3 and I was like, damn, this is so cool. This is so crazy. And when I got into Dragon Ball, believe it or not, I was watching that shit in Korean. It was on channel 53, and it would play after school. Goku's name was like Sonogong and shit. Even the manga, my boy, shout out to Kwang, his dad would go to Korea and bring back the manga. And I didn't even know it was called manga then, but it was in Korean, bro. I couldn't understand it either way, so I would just be looking at the panels, and it was, I want to say it was the Cell Saga is when I was looking.
Wow.
Yeah,
That was the hype.
You were
way
reading
back,
Cell
bro.
Saga?
I started watching Dragon Ball when Goku was just little, and he you know, he was fighting dinosaurs, and he met Chi-Chi, and she had the fucking laser beam.
The fans,
Yeah, remember that? And Tien's name, it took me a while to change this. Tien's name in the Korean version was Tenshinhan.
Yeah.
And he would do the shit. And I'm like saying that, and people were like, Tien? I'm like, yeah. But yeah, I started watching anime like way back. So what was the first anime that you two watched? Like separately? I mean, I guess you discovered it, you know, individually. What was the very first one that, you know, you were like, oh shit, this is kind of cool?
I want to say Dragon Ball Z, but it might have been something else.
Like, oh, Dragon Ball Z, okay.
It might have been something else though, because they would just sneak mad stuff on. And you, like you said, you didn't even know you were watching, and you're just like, "Oh, this is so different.
Yeah,
this is extremely different."
Yeah, I want to say there was, like, it's tied for two things. I want to say because I think everybody somewhere along the line did watch Dragon Ball Z like super early. Because I remember seeing like after it was like real early on in Z when Piccolo was training Gohan. And then he apes out for the first time, and Piccolo destroys the moon, and it was like the whole thing. Yeah. And then all I remember is like a glimpse of seeing like a naked boy with a tail, and I was just like, "Ooh, change it!" I was like, "This ain't what I'm supposed to do."
There's mad penises in old Dragon Ball.
Evangelion after that, like that was, I was like,
honestly, it might have been Sailor Moon. Because I don't really have any like real.
I watched Sailor Moon too. They had Sailor Moon in the Philippines, and that shit was in Tagalog, bro. And yeah, it was crazy. You know, they were speaking Tagalog and shit. They're like, "Tuxedo mask, halika dito." I'm like, "What the? Like, get over here!" What the fuck?
Like it might have been Sailor Moon because I don't really remember Dragon Ball Z watching it until like Frieza.
Right.
Like I don't have any real like clear memories of Dragon Ball Z until it was like Namek Frieza Saga, and then everything else was Budokai filled in the pieces that I just like. Oh, this is the story.
You could like play a little bit of what was supposed to be happening. Yeah,
Budokai did a terrific job of just telling you what happened.
The game, right?
Yeah. Dragon Ball Z Budokai, even down to when you first fight Raditz and you gotta hold them.
Right. Yeah, you gotta press like toggle the stick.
Like nigga, this took a whole episode to do. It's a mini game now.
You just opened up a whole other part of a conversation. So the first Dragon Ball games that I played were on Super Nintendo. So like that homie Quang would get the games from Korea, and we had the American. Of course, everyone had the American Super Nintendo. We didn't have a Super Famicom. So you know what we did? So the only difference between an American cartridge and a Japanese one for the Super Famicom is there's two lines on the back that like in the Japanese cartridge, they're not there. They're not cut out. In the American one, it's kind of like rigid. It's shaped in a way that fits. So what you got to do, what we did was we heated up chopsticks, like metal ones, and we melted it on the back, and then you could play it, bro. And we were playing like the old ones, man. The old ones.
Like an RPG kind, like.
I think I want to say in Video Games New York, Behind the Glass. I think they got
is
that Famicom with the Dragon Ball Z. Celebration joint. Yeah, it was fucking. We had to like do what we needed to do to just watch anime, or I mean, I guess I was a fan of anime then. I just didn't even know what it was. You know what I mean? I don't even know when people started using that term. Like, oh, it's anime. It's anime.
It was sporadic, but I mean, it was always over here too. Like, I definitely have a memory of my dad asking me and my brother about Dragon Ball Z. He was like, "Yo, who's the pink guy?" And that show y'all always watching, Dragon Ball Z. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, because it's literally this is the 90s, so we're only on Namek in America. Like, what are you talking about? Pink guy. And then we showed him, was it Dodoria? With the spikes. And he said, nah, not him. It was like, well, there's nobody else is pink in the show. And he was obviously talking about Majin Buu.
Yeah, Majin Buu.
I don't know how he's seen it.
Yeah.
I was like, It's either Majin Buu or the pig dude. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
yeah, like he's pink. I was like, was it him? He was like, nah. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
there's nobody else's pink that wasn't Dragon Ball Z. Then it was like, oh, this nigga somehow seen Majin Buu.
Buu Saga.
Yeah, like
Found it somewhere.
What's that? Was it Battle 99? It's a PlayStation 1 Dragon Ball fighting game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where, like, they have all types of characters in there, like even like GT Goku. So like, and this is like a PS1 game.
I remember seeing it. Yeah.
And I think that came over here in the 90s before people even knew what Dragon Ball Z was. You was all types of confused.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
You know what? I do have some segments for you guys. So we like to play a game here called Sharp or Dull. I'm going to show you a picture. It's going to be anime inspired, of course. Sharp meaning good, dull meaning bad. All right. And both of you guys can have a separate answer. It's all good. This is just all part of the discussion. I'm going to show you the screen here. And let's do that. So the first one up is Tokyo Revengers, which I have just gotten into. I'm almost done with the show. I'm almost done with it.
I'm almost done right now.
I'll let him take it. I've only seen one episode of a dude head was leaking.
They're sharp as hell, boy. Them niggas dress sharp. Come on, look at it. They look like a K-pop band. Like, come on. That's the
The boys.
This was one of I was talking with Jerod before. We were just talking about like shows that we knew, like by looking at it, we knew it was gonna pop. And like he was talking about One Piece and a few others, and I was like, I remember just going on some forum and seeing that show being announced that it was getting an anime, and I was just, I've always been somehow weirdly fascinated with delinquent culture in Japan, like the idea of these like high school boys who just, everybody in Japan is trying to get those good grades, and these dudes just want to just crack skulls. There's just a bunch of knuckleheads. And with shows like Yu Yu Hakusho and Mob Psycho and all these other just like inspired shows, I saw the fits. I was like, I want to watch this. So I was inspired enough to just start reading it, and I basically like fell in love with it. I was like, this is, I'm here for it.
When I heard of it, right? Well, I forget which episode Cordero was talking about this, where he was like, there was just so much hype behind it that he had to check it out. Yeah. And it was the same for me. I saw that shit everywhere and I'm like, fuck, should I watch this? I really don't like it. One of my favorite anime reviewers, Scamboli Reviews, did a video on this. And I kind of like, we had the same taste. You know, he kind of trashes anime all the time, but like he makes it funny, splices in clips. I really like his stuff a lot. And he talked about this. And he kept talking about the MC being like a whiny, crying like bitch. I hate that. My favorite anime is Hellsing Ultimate. I like animes where the main character is evil and OP and it's going to fuck your head up. That's the type of anime that I like. So really whiny protagonists, like I usually don't like it. I give Deku a pass. I give Tanjiro a pass from Demon Slayer. But this one, I was reluctant to watch it because of that reason. Watched the first episode and I was like, this is exactly how I grew up. I fucking love this. Binged it. I'm almost done with the show. And I think the reason why I connect with it is, you know, I came here in 1987, right? So Giuliani hadn't cleaned up yet. And if you were growing up in the 90s as an Asian, and you were going to high school, or maybe you were in junior high, you know, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, if you weren't rolling with gangs, if you weren't hanging out with gangsters, you were getting beat up like every day. That's just how it is for Asians. Yeah. So, you know, I definitely like hung out with some shady people and we idolized stuff like this. For us, we didn't have Tokyo Revengers. We had this Chinese series of Chinese movies called Guat Jai, and that means young and dangerous. And this is exactly this shit. It's like a bunch of dudes that at the beginning, they were like low level fucking triad types. And then they just fucking, you know, ascend, bro. You know what I'm saying? And this had that vibe, but it was an anime. And I really liked it, yo, where they show like the, you know, 2nd division captain and all that shit. And they have the nicknames or whatever. I mean, they don't have nicknames. In Young and Dangerous, motherfuckers had crazy nicknames. Like a dude would just be called Barbarian or like Horse. That's how Chinese people do it. They're like, what the fuck you look at, Horse? I'm like, what the or Chicken, you know, Mountain Chicken, like shit like that.
Yeah, I might have to check that movie actually, because that would
pretty
be like,
fucking good, bro. It's pretty good. It at that time that was like the hot shit for you know, Asian youth that were rebelling against their parents. You know, like I got like the cigarette burns and all that. Like everybody had that when I was growing up. And you had to roll with some bad dudes to kind of have back. That's what we used to call it. You know what I mean? We like backup. Like you had to have back then. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And in this anime, like kind of made me feel like connected to it for that reason. So I'm gonna go sharp on this one.
Yeah, I'll go sharp. Jerod's seen one episode, but he'll get there. He's definitely he's already
got. Started. Nigga head was leaking. He was just sitting down. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna sit down. He's like, I'm gonna nigga. I was hazy. Like, I'm gonna sit this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit this one down. And then what happened? When everybody showed up, you guys was like, all right, well, I guess we gotta get back up. Guess we gotta fight.
Who do you like the best? Cordero, who do you like the best out of the whole like crew, like in Toma?
I can't now. His name is escaping me now. But the dude with the headband, the dude who pulls up.
Oh, Baji.
Amaji, yeah, he pulls up with he pulls up Michael Jackson hair. Always got a little scrunchie in his mouth, and then just ready to go. Like when like
Baji, you know, everybody loves Draken, I think.
Draken, yeah, he's the pretty boy though. That's the one that all the ladies.
I don't like the main character that much, man. Like he has moments, you know, just to branch off a little bit. Sorry, my cat is like meowing right now because he's expecting my girl to come home. If you hear it, it's him.
Are you good?
I'm not starving him. You know
I did the same.
I'm gonna eat him later though. No, I'm just playing. I'm kidding. It's Takemichi, right? So
Takemichi, yeah.
You know why I hate like whiny protagonists? There's this anime called Re:Zero, and the guy's name is Subaru. It's the one where like he could die and he comes back to life.
Yeah. So someone told me about Re:Zero, but
it was big at one point. Like mad people were talking about it. You know, there's so many fucking hentai memes of the two maids in it and all that. And basically this dude would die graphically and come back, and he would have to kind of like Groundhog's Day or some shit, and he would have to try to come back and fix it. And you would think after an entire season there would be some type of redemption where he would like improve the way he thinks, you know, and all. Nothing, bro. He doesn't even get better at fighting. It's just terrible. And my girl and I watched a season of it, and from then on, I was like, this motherfucker cries too much. I'm not watching this no more. Yeah, done.
Yeah. No,
all right.
Yeah.
What's that?
No, I said no. Yeah, I don't know about that one. At least this has handbrakes. At least this one.
Yeah, he has redeeming moments. You know what I'm saying? Like he does stuff. I'm like, oh, that was pretty dope what he did there. And then like it'll bring me back down. Like, oh, he thinks he's fucking whack again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I like it. I'm gonna go sharp on it. All right, let's go to the next one. All right. I was gonna replace this because I don't know if you guys watched this.
I haven't finished it, but yeah. Okay,
so I don't know why I actually like this, but I do, and I just want to know what your thoughts are on it.
It's short. I'm not a fan of isekais or any type of drop a person in a video game world.
Mm-hmm.
But this one overall was just kind of fun to watch. Of like, it started off how all of them do. He gets sucked into the world. It was like, you're the chosen warriors. He's there with like other players. But then it's like they all just he pretty much just gets framed. Like you've seen a little bit of it, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And from there,
I watched up to like the 6th episode, and I was like, it was like they fucked him over. Like he reads a book, and he thinks he wants to be in like he likes video games and stuff anyway. So he's like, oh, cool, I'm playing it, and then just immediately it's like, oh, they steal his money or some shit, or
they framed it for something, and it was just like, the evil shield hero, and then he was just like, all right, I'll be the villain, like fuck all of y'all, I'm gonna just do whatever I want.
Yeah.
He gets mad, like nice with skills since he can't attack anything. Gets his partner that gets her like he has like his own little crew. Like seeing that like build up, and I was like, yeah, this is just like playing a video game. Different skills, do medicine, like all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was weird. I just can't figure it out why I like it. But I remember when I watched the first season, I enjoyed it a lot. And I'm like, I can't tell what it is. So I'm gonna go sharp on this.
Yeah.
Sharp as well for Rod, right?
It was hard.
I really enjoyed it. I want to finish it. I stopped at like episode 6. But yeah, with Jerod me a nod on it, I was like, I don't even like, because I made the mistake of giving Sword Art Online 2 seasons of my life, and I'll never get that back. I'll never get it back.
I did 1 episode.
Just one?
I'll never get it back because I like the video game concept.
Same.
And then like the first 4 or 5 episodes of Sword Art. I was like, oh, this, and he's learning the thing and the thing. And I was like, yeah, there's some anime titties in here, and it's kind of weird, it's awkward, but I was like, that's whatever. I'm here for the leveling up and the Skyrim aspects. I'm all for that.
I love Skyrim. I heard that you are also an Elder Scrolls fan. Like, what's the first? Hold on, let's do the. What's the first Elder Scrolls game that you've ever played?
It was Morrowind. I played Morrowind.
So I started at Oblivion. I actually never played Morrowind. I wanted to, but then someone at like Electronics Boutique was like, "This is not for you" or some shit. The person that worked there. And then I bought Oblivion. What the fuck? I'm old as fuck, bro. I'm gonna be 41 in January. It's crazy.
GameStop in one mall. God damn.
It was in Queens Mall too, yo. Electronics Boutique, Queens Mall, bottom floor. And like, I remember I played Oblivion, and that was the one where what's his name? Fucking Jean-Luc Picard. What's his name?
Oh yeah, he plays Uriel Septim, the Emperor.
Yeah, and I hear his voice and shit. I'm like, yo, I'm into this, and then I loved it, man. From then on, I just played every Elder Scrolls game. But let's get back to some more anime talk right now. We're gonna do another couple of more Sharp Adults here. This is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. All of them. It doesn't have to be Stardust Crusaders.
I was about to say what part though.
So for me, the one that I watched first was the original Stardust Crusaders, not the remake. But I like the remake better though. I watched both. I didn't watch the one about the grandfather. Like when they were doing kung fu and shit. I was like, I watched it a little bit.
You didn't watch part 1 or 2?
Prequel. It was the prequel. So the first JoJo's Bizarre Adventure that came out, I know this because I was renting that shit on DVD still.
Okay.
And that was Stardust Crusaders, but then they remade it, right? Right. And then that prequel came out, which was like his grandfather, and Dio was, how Dio became
how it
Dio.
all started. Yep.
Yeah, and then I am in the middle of Diamond is Unbreakable right now, which I feel the art is fucking amazing. Like I'm going sharp on it right away. Oh shit, you guys can't see it. Hold on, my bad.
No, right. he knows.
It's already up here.
Yeah, he knows. He's got it.
All up here.
Yeah. I don't want to give it a dull because I've only seen the prequel movie. So they put the first 2 movies into a movie, or the first 2 seasons they condensed it into a movie.
Really?
Yeah, I watched that. It's like 2.5. It's like 2.5 hours. I think it's still on Crunchyroll too. It's like the movie of it. I watched that. That was fine. It was cool. It was like heavy vampires, but it was weird because when he showed me season 4, I was just like, but I saw had vampires. Like, no. It's different. Just throw it away. Throw it away what you know. Yeah.
Understand what you saw.
Yeah.
They got nothing to do with going on.
Yep. Yeah, the stands are dope, yo. The stands are dope.
Part 4 is Delinquent Energy.
Yeah.
That's the Italian one?
Huh?
That's the Italian one?
Nah, I'm going by parts. Season 4. Okay. Yes. Yeah. The one before that. Part 4.
Diamond is Unbreakable is the one that's kind of like Delinquents. It's about the other son that right? That one?
Yeah, he had a bastard child. Yeah, Joseph had that was a trip. I'm like, wow, he was messy. And like now he had like Alzheimer's pretty much. He's like, this is your son. He was like, who? And then
that shit was bad funny. Yeah, that show was dope. And I'm like, I want to say I'm still under 10 episodes on that one, maybe like episode 7, but I'm enjoying
Savor it. Yeah. Savor it. Part the Golden Wind has been my favorite thus far. And I was about to skip it.
Yeah.
I was about to skip it completely because I was like, what do you mean like this is about Dio's son? I was like, that sounds stupid. And then I watched it. I'm like, this is the hardest shit I've ever seen. The hardest, gayest thing I've ever watched.
Yeah.
50 plus episodes of like
just homoeroticism.
Dog. Yeah. They not batting the eye to nothing. Still got midriff shirts and collarbones out and shit. It's just
sticky tongues and
but like it's so about when you get the boys together. If you get
it's the energy.
Come on.
Yeah. No, when I saw it was the one where the dude like he shot him but the bullet dust, like he had to like dig it out or something like that. I don't know what was he like.
Oh, I showed you the part. So it was that AMV I did when he was shooting the guy on top of the truck.
Yeah.
And immediately after that, it's like it was like, yo, we gotta patch you up because you got a whole ass hole in your stomach. And it's like we have no needle, no thread, no bandages. So what? And then you just hear and like they just staple it shut and then duct tape this dude's midsection. It's like, all right, now what we doing?
Man,
you gotta use what you have, bro.
Honestly, I think it's like I've never seen Reservoir Dogs, but I think it's Reservoir Dogs if it was anime.
I can see that
because they're all a bunch of hitmen for the mobsters and things like that. Like, could they do the torture dance? Remember seeing that?
In what?
And Golden Wind. In Golden Wind with the Italian
I never watched
mobsters.
Golden Wind. I never watched Golden Wind. So the reason why I didn't watch it is like I want to finish Diamond is Unbreakable and go in order. I don't even know if I have to or not. I'm definitely going sharp on it. 100%.
It's good to do it so that way you're not really missing just the little pieces.
Yeah.
Just the little things.
Yeah, because sometimes in anime they'll do like a quick reference and you know it makes you go like, oh shit, like that's that's what you want, right? It's dope when that happens. I'm definitely going sharp on it.
Sharp all the way.
Okay, cool. So that's 2 out of 3 then, right? The next one,
December, baby. Can't wait. Can't fucking wait.
So this one is not going to be anime inspired, but they are anime content creators, and I want to know what you think of them because I feel like they certainly push the envelope of educating people that may have not been into it, get people into it, and that's King Vader and RDC World 1. Do you know them?
Okay. I know Vader.
Yeah, Vader is like hood Naruto, bro. Like some of that it made me. Like, how do you feel about all that stuff?
I'm gonna just first of all, I mean, we just had somebody on the podcast who was like, big up anything black all day, any day. So gotta go sharp for my man King, honestly. Honestly, yeah. RDC World, I've not seen the content, but I'm sure it's dope. Anything.
Did you ever see that clip of this black dude and he's in like a white tee? He's in a gym pretending to be LeBron. And how like Kyrie
that's RDC.
Yeah. That's RDC World 1. They do sports,
that's
anime.
Jermaine Cole. As hell.
So I feel like these two have played a huge part in kind of like pushing out anime content to people that may have been like kind of questionable, like questioning it a little if it's dope or not. And now I feel like they certainly like brought more people to the side of anime. So that's why I wanted to ask, how you feel about that style of content. They're definitely killing it. I mean, look at the fucking sub counts, bro. These guys are.
No, yeah.
I mean, I was a hater at first because I was like, it's weird shit. Like, sounded like the old heads when I was young, but then like realizing what it was. And then when we had Chris Allen on, we showed him the video. And then he came around within 5 minutes.
Within 5 minutes. We showed him the Naruto battle drum.
Yeah.
And he was clowning it the first 30 seconds. And then like halfway through, he's like, all right.
He's like,
all right, this is kind of hard.
He's like, pretty dope.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
It's pretty dope. So King Vader is cool because he just does
he like bridges hip hop and anime together. Well.
I didn't even know. I remember I didn't know he was the dude who started like a certain meme. Remember the bottle flip thing?
Oh, he did that?
He started that in like high school because it was like he does it in the slow mo and then the beat drops and he's like, and everybody like loses it. Like that was him, I think, just like in high school or some shit. But I was like, that's the same kid. And he's doing this. It's like it's good for cosplayers who want to feel confident in their cosplay. Like, do it, man. Like,
I mean, Netflix be giving King Vader like deals, bro, to make shit.
They do.
It's just insane. It's just insane to me that Netflix is like, yo, to an anime content creator.
He's young, so he got nothing but time.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going sharp on them, right? Anything black, sharp.
Absolutely, sharp all the way.
Sharp all the way.
What did he do with Netflix?
He did an Umbrella Academy parody. And he did another one, Army of the Dead parody.
So they co-signed that. Okay.
Yeah, they basically gave him the money. I'm assuming because his videos now are like definitely like of a higher quality than most of the content on YouTube that do this style of video. But that Umbrella Academy one, I was like, damn, this is like really good effects. And later I see articles like King Vader, makes this deal with Netflix or something. And I'm like, shit, good on you, bro.
Yeah, man. Seen that dude at I think either Anime NYC or
Because he also did you ever pull up he did a screening for his Matrix movie?
But Patty did. She said that was fun. But he was there not dressed like King Vader. Yeah. I thought he was a SoundCloud rapper. Like, he had the fro, he had the iced out Cuban link chain, and like a sheepskin coat.
Would you not? Would you not?
We're not talking about me right now. We're not talking about me right now. But I seen him, and I was just like, all right, who is this guy that people taking pictures with? He's doing a Piccolo, like, fucking special beam cannon pose. Yeah. I'm like, all right, like, one was like, he looks familiar, but I really don't know who the hell he is.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that was that nigga? I was like, oh, shit. Cool. Like, hell yeah. Like,
special beam cannon in Korean. This is how I knew special beam cannon. So he would go like this. He'd be like, Mabong pa.
That's hard.
That's not what it is.
That's hard.
That's not what it is, bro. All right, so we're going sharp on these two. We're going to go to the next one, all right?
All right.
So, okay. I know you fucking love this show, dude. All right? And I want you to convince me, like, why I should continue watching this. I'm on episode 45.
All right.
I'm up to Arlong. They're fighting Arlong. And a lot of people told me, like, when it gets to the Arlong saga, like, you're going to love it.
Yeah, go ahead, take center. He said, go ahead, I'm gonna let him.
Okay, no doubt. Because people told me, like, look, when you get to Arlong Park, like, you're gonna love it, and I don't love it, bro. I love Zoro. I fucking love Zoro. I know Luffy gets ill because I watch clips, and I like it. I appreciate One Piece for what it is. It's so funny, and you know, I've watched all of Bleach and I've watched all of Naruto, and then this is like the other part of the tripod of the big three, man. You know, and it's like I feel like it is a disservice being an anime fan to not check it out. That's why I started watching it. But as a 40-year-old man starting One Piece, it was very difficult for me to get into it. It was very difficult. I don't know if I'm just too old. Maybe the pacing is different now. I rewatched Naruto with the wife. We finished it, Shippuden and Naruto. During lockdown, we beasted that shit, bro, and she fucking loves anime now. Naruto is her favorite anime, bro.
Really?
And we watch anime. Yeah, we watch anime all the time. Attack on Titan, you know, My Hero Academia, like, you know, name the big stuff. We definitely check it out. Promise Neverland, we watched all that shit. Like, definitely all the big stuff for the past 2 years, we watched it. But One Piece, I was thinking like, oh, you know, I've watched all the anime, like I can do this. And I think the first mistake that I made was there is an HD version of it, right? On Crunchy, watch the HD one or the old one, right? It's the same thing, but one is just like upscaled or whatever the fuck.
Right.
I watched the old one, bro, and I was like, this is very difficult to watch. It's very hard. And I was like, this motherfucker has a nose that's like a pointy zigzag thing, and you know, I remember Cordero was talking about the clown with the arms, like just playing apart.
Buggy,
and you know, and I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for you know what was my favorite part of the whole thing so far out of 45 episodes when Zoro fought like that Hawk guy,
right?
That shit was dope. Was dope. But it went back to the really kiddie shit again after that. Like even the Arlong stuff, I was like, I just don't like really care about this. Like, is this dude Plastic Man from Justice League? Is it Mr. Plastic? I'm like, you know,
wrong.
Yeah. Look, I've seen him do Gear 4. I've seen him do the fucking Kabuki shit. That shit's dope. That was dope. I've seen him fight the what's his name, the Mochi guy. Like
Katakuri.
Yeah, I watched that. I watched the fights, bro. I watched the fights. The other anime podcast I had on here. One of the guys was like, I just watch the clips, yo. I know what it's about. So tell me, what, in your opinion, what should be my path to watch it? Should I go movies? Like you said?
I'm getting out of the way because this nigga's hands about to start swinging in like 2 seconds. So I know he's got a wide berth as soon as
I have respect for the show. I have respect for it, you know, for what it's done. But I want to know, like,
Israelite. He's a One Piece Israelite.
I am the Omega.
Yeah, I know, right? What should my path be? Should I just pick an island and start there? Should I, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what I should do.
I'll tell you this. This is for anybody else that is even thinking about watching One Piece. It is not a challenge. It is not something you should try to catch up on because It looks great now because people have been watching it for over a decade. Are telling you it's the best thing they've ever seen. If you want to watch it, watch it. If you don't watch it. I completely get it. I'm feeling fatigue now and getting anxiety that it's 1,000 episodes. We're five episodes away from hitting 1,000 episodes. I've never been committed to something this much in my life. Nothing. Ask anybody. Ask my mother. Never committed to anything like I have to this goddamn show. Nothing like that. So Cordero's brought up to me several times that is definitely, I got to realize it definitely has a place in my heart because I've watched it since I was a kid. And then it's gotten progressively better. But the thing about One Piece, I compare it to Dragon Ball as a whole, that entire franchise. Like, look at what the series is. Matter of fact, starting with Dragon Ball, Goku was a kid. What was it? A kid walking around this world that had a great warm heart, but will fuck you up at the drop of a hat if you fuck with his friends, right? Same concept in One Piece, right? Same thing. You got Luffy, always laughing, smiling, but you get in his way, he's cocking that shit back, getting you. Don't care who it is. Who it is? The first pirate he fought, who was it? A fat woman. That's right. And he punched her off the ship. So didn't give a fuck. But like Dragon Ball, like they dropped them in that weird world too, where you got androids and dinosaurs and some girl that is a genius. They got like whole ass buildings and capsules and stuff and space flight and shooting energy waves. So it's kind of like that. Like you can definitely tell Oda is like a huge Akira fan because he definitely modeled One Piece after that. But like for you only being in 45 episodes in and you're Arlong Park and you're still not feeling it, it might not be for you because this is the formula. This is the show. This is how it is. Every single arc.
I have something to add real quick. Okay. Do you think that I should? Because I heard you. I forgot which episode it was. Like I said, I watched 5 of your episodes today, but you mentioned that there was this time skip, and all of a sudden, Nami's boobs would just.
The reference picture right here. Yep.
Yes. Should I start there? You know what I'm saying? Because I was watching, I'm like, at least I'm going to see the waifus, like it's going to be dope. And you know what it is too? I just don't give a fuck about pirates, bro. I just don't fucking care about it.
It's not a show for you then. This ain't the show. This ain't the show for you.
Like, with Dragon Ball, right? It was martial arts based, right? Bleach, it's like kind of like samurais, right? But pirates has never been like a thing. I mean, I watch Pirates of the Caribbean and shit, but it's not. But I'm wondering if it's because I'm just starting from all the way back and I just want to watch the stuff that's coming out now. Like,
that's
do you
exactly
think that it's going to fuck me up if I just go to where the big shift in the production value and all that is? I watched 45 episodes. I can see where the connections are happening. I can see where the drama is happening. But like I feel the bad guys, they're not evil enough. I mean, I don't know what
you watching it subbed or dubbed?
I'm watching it subbed.
Okay.
That is another question that we're gonna have probably in the next segment, actually.
Okay.
Is subbed or dubbed, but we'll talk about that later.
I'll say this. There are movies that condense entire arcs into like hour 45. And there's even a movie. There's a movie for Arlong Park, and there's a movie showing how Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Nami, and Usopp all first met. To kind of like just catch anybody up that just want to watch it. But I really don't recommend just jumping into where they at now because you're going to be very
movies first.
Either the movies or just watch the show.
I think I'm gonna do movies. And also, I saw this fucking clip. Right? I don't know if you saw this, but I saw this clip. Oh, this is a spoiler though. I probably shouldn't tell you if you haven't seen it. But like Usopp was in like a fucking robot suit, bro. And I was like, why can't he be that way now?
Nope.
And because I fucking hate Usopp, bro. I fucking hate that.
It's like dating a girl that like it's almost like let's say you by the grace of God somehow you ended up with Kim Kardashian as your girlfriend, right?
And I'm just rich as hell.
Right. You just ended up with Kim Kardashian as your girlfriend, right? And like you like Kim K now, not back then, like now. After she left Kanye, she now with you. She's like, I'm with everyday Carrie, right?
It's everyday city carry, man.
Everyday city carry. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry. But imagine it was like that. You just like, yeah, I want to do the Kim K shit. She was like, nah, nigga, you just got here. Like, you're not ready for any of that. Like, you don't even know anything about me. You don't know how I got what my body looked like before I got the ass, the titties, the makeup. You don't even know what I look like before the makeup. No, you can't see that. Nah. So then you just confused. You confused the whole time. Cordero said it. He tried to watch Wano until it got to a point where a guy had a lion on his stomach with arms, and he was fighting the lion that they were sharing about. The lion punched himself in the dick, and they both felt it. And he was like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, all right, so you know about devil fruits, right? He's like, yeah. Well, he had a bootleg devil fruit, so that's why he looks all weird. And
I remember this episode. I listened to you guys talk about this, and I was laughing, bro.
He was just like, yeah, I'm out. I was like, I don't blame you, because it's a lot. And like, if you jump in now and it's just talking to people and all these different characters and different pieces moving around, you're going to get frustrated. It's like, why are they making a big deal about this goofy looking motherfucker right here? Well, it's like, well, he's been in the show for the past like 3 years now. Like that's how dense and deep it gets. So like that fight with Zoro and Mihawk,
that was fucking so sick, bro.
Guess what? That comes back around.
Of course,
for a brand new relationship between the two.
Mm-hmm. I expect it to. I mean, you know what? I think I'm gonna do the movies, and then after I watch those, I'm gonna see like.
Don't force it. Do not force it.
I cannot see why so many people like it and I don't. Like I cannot. No, I don't. I'm not even saying I don't like it. I don't understand it yet.
Now, and this is that thing where you know, if you listen to, and which you have been listening to Negro Jump, I'm very critical of that show, but I have always given its props for being the most popular anime right now of all time, because it's just it's got one of the biggest fan bases, sells the biggest and it's doing it in such an authentic way that doesn't seem gimmicky. It's just like this guy knows how to make an entire world of like, this is an ocean and it's a ship and they're doing all this stuff. I just know personally it's not for me, and I don't hate the show for it. What annoys me are the fans that are like, you don't know what's up, bro. And I'm like, come on, dog, just let me live.
You know what's crazy is that we do that to each other with manga readers.
Because you were like, I hate to know
what's happening. Yeah. Like, nigga, shut up. Y'all getting hyped for the wrong shit anyway. Like I'm
gonna give it a chance. I'm
try reading it.
Personally, for me, I'm gonna go sharp on it because I have a lot of respect for the show.
I just don't want to touch it. That's
okay. All right.
It's too sharp for me.
That's
sharp out of respect. And also out of these, I need to see these, yo.
Sharp.
I need to see these right here.
Nah, you gotta work your way up, bad boy. You gotta work your way up to it. You can't just jump in there.
See, I'm interested in who the fuck this guy is. Like, I don't care about him.
Okay, so we started watching
Thriller Bark
because I actually like Halloween's like horror inspired stuff. It's a walking skeleton. So I was like, I gotta know about this nigga, and that's his favorite art. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it, we gonna watch it. We got maybe like 3 episodes in, and I was digging it,
yo.
Yeah, I was
new
digging
challenger
it.
has appeared, guys.
Uh-oh. What is that?
Female energy, the vibe about to change.
Big waifu
energy. This is my wife Kelly. That's Cordero on the left, Jerod on the right.
Hello.
We're talking about anime, of course, babe, and so One Piece, we're gonna go sharp on that. We're gonna leave it there. I'm gonna start watching the movie. Speaking of horror, by the way, I'm not gonna be able to watch the movies till next month because I do a challenge every October where I watch at least one new horror movie that I haven't watched for 31 days. So I think I'm behind. It's the 13th. I think I only have 12 movies under my belt so far.
Well, I saw, just to let you know, if you go to see it, I saw Lamb yesterday. It's interesting.
Yeah, people told me it's fucked up, and I love that.
Do you like art house stuff?
Yes. She will not. I do.
It's very art house, and I will let you know ahead of time. It's got a very slow pace, but it's sinking in. It's fucked up.
It's 824, right? 824.
824. Yeah, it's very.
I'm into that. I'm into that. We'll get back to the sharp or dull stuff right now. So sharp on One Piece, out of respect. Jerod loves it. Okay, we're going. This is a segment called Versus, where I show you two pictures, and you're gonna have to choose which one is for you, or we're gonna have different scenarios. But the first two, I asked the other podcast that was on here, Keeping It 9,000, the same two questions in this section here. So the first one is original Dragon Ball versus regular Naruto. Like, which one is better? Like, which one do you?
Damn.
Exactly, son.
Sheesh. Wow.
Damn,
I know my girl's Naruto.
It's getting harder now that I'm thinking about it.
I really want to give it to Dragon Ball off the strength of Naruto ruining itself. Like,
right.
Just off rip, but you can't, because Naruto is Gen Z's Dragon Ball right now. Like, hands down, it's undoubted.
They don't even reference, like, they'll reference Super before they reference Z or Ball or anything else. So it's just like, it's Naruto for them.
Every time we mention it in a clip, those clips usually do the best.
Yeah.
You mean
anything Naruto related? Anything Naruto related, it'll like him.
Yeah, Naruto is just so beloved, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember this girl was like, "Why do you like Naruto?" And I'm like, "You're stupid, bro."
They got to grow up with this kid, this little delinquent, and then watch him become a teenager, got nice, saved the whole world, and now they watching him with his kid. It's Goku all over again.
Yes.
Goku all over again.
And he's got this angry being inside him that he doesn't know he has.
Right.
It's pretty similar, I would say. You know what I mean? He has a rival that's kind of a dick. But the only thing is, though, I think for me, out of all of Dragon Ball, Vegeta is my favorite character, not fucking Goku. And in Naruto, like, no one likes Sasuke, really. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
this is true. You like real sad.
People love Vegeta, bro.
Yeah. Vegeta's turned into the favorite. Like, after you can clearly see Goku is just an idiot. Just like like loving to death.
Loving to death.
But Vegeta is
get it together, man. Yeah. Get it together.
What's your favorite anime?
I mean, I would probably, the biggest impact is definitely
Naruto.
Right? Yeah. But Avatar was
but it's not an anime, but
it's not an anime, but it's that gateway. It's like a gateway.
What did we watch first, Avatar or Naruto?
Totally inspired.
Avatar.
Yeah.
That's how I did it. So for you guys out there that want to get your girl into anime, start with fucking Avatar. And
that was last year. Was a good year for it too. Yeah. That was a good year. Like,
we watched that shit, and she got used to that style of storytelling. While it's not exactly anime style, it made her ready to watch Naruto.
Right. So, I mean, just the arc of it really set up.
You understood what arcs were, like long drawn out arcs.
Yeah. So we watched the entire arc, and then it ended, and I was like, there's no way that, anything's going to be better than that. And then I remember the first episode, and, he's running around being a delinquent. And I'm like, man, this kid's mad annoying. Right. And then he steals the scroll. And that was pretty much all of a sudden you see that he learned a technique that nobody could master. And I was like,
see, there you go. Anime storytelling.
Maybe he's not worthless.
I went to an anime party one time. We went together, actually. And I was asking, this is before she got into anime. I was like, what do you think, I should show her first? And dudes were like, Gundam Seed and shit. I'm like, fuck no, bro. You want to be a single, bro.
No, I will say.
You trying to break up with me now?
They were like saying like Code Geass and shit. I'm like, nah.
Damn.
I mean, Avatar wasn't the first anime you showed.
We watched Devilman Crybaby.
We watched Devilman Crybaby, and at the beginning, I was like, yo, this is good. And then at the end, I was like, what the fuck did we just watch?
Yeah, because everybody got fucked up. Yeah,
I was like, this shit is mad dark.
Well, I felt like it had, it had a lot of death in it. It was mature. There was a lot of sexual content. You know what I mean? Maybe we could fool around.
I wasn't ready.
And,
we watched that shit, and I was like, I don't know if this anime shit's for
what are you talking about? When that chick with the wings was masturbating,
he thought that was gonna give me like
the chick with the wings was masturbating because Amon was like coming back, and then she was like intently watching it. I was like, "This doing something for you?" And she goes, "A little bit."
I was like, "That's kind of hot," and then that bitch got decapitated. And I was like, "It's not hot anymore." That was messed up.
All right. We'll get to. So you guys are going Dragon Ball or Naruto?
I can't decide. I really can't. It's really split. It's really split because they're so great in their own ways, and it's generational. It's so generational.
Yeah.
I'm going Naruto for me, man. I grew up with Dragon Ball, and and
that's the thing is
I'm going Naruto.
The story is better in Naruto. There's more drama in it, and it fleshes out these kids more. Dragon Ball has all these iconic fights and sequences, and it introduces a lot of fun characters, but it kind of wraps up within the episode because they really just care about the fighting.
Well, Dragon Ball is a Saturday morning cartoon.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I gotta go with Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
I gotta go. All right. Because that's my whole formula right there. It's like bing, bam, boom. Episode done. Cool.
I know Kelly's Naruto. I'm Naruto.
Naruto got sad. So we were rewatching Shippuden, and they were doing a flashback to when he was born and his parents got killed by the Nine Tails. I was like, God damn, this is the saddest shit.
I mean, so Cordero, you're gonna choose Dragon Ball?
It's hard because I always consider Dragon Ball to be the perfect anime as far as length, because it's essentially 150 episodes. And it wraps up the story of this kid's journey almost completely.
Oh, at the end of the cloud shit, right? Is that what happens?
Yeah. He ends up every person he meets, he defeats his rival twice and his son, and so I might have to go.
Tournament arcs were so lit too.
They're really good. And it was just they had to get Jackie Chan, Roshi, because he knew this nigga was nice. He had to dress up and compete in the arena just to set him back because he knew he could beat everybody else on
I remember that.
That. That's the humble kid from becoming a monster.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember Krillin fought the guy that doesn't shower, and he was like doing I just love that show. Okay, but I'm still going Naruto though. All right, so we're gonna move. He picked the booger and tried to touch him with it, and then at the end he farts on his face. That was so dope. All right,
Krillin don't got a nose.
I think I have to go Ball, but
Dragon Ball. Wow, we are split, split. Yeah. Okay, all right, we're gonna go to the next one.
Nothing away from Naruto gave me a classic TV moment. The whole Zabuza double episode they did. I watched that live on Toonami. It was one of those I'm in anime forever because of that.
You mean with Haku and
with Haku, I got to see a nigga die at 6 o'clock on Cartoon Network.
He had the guy that they thought was a girl with the ice. The first time Sasuke with a Sharingan. She
was so pretty.
She had pronouns for sure. Haku.
No, they were pretty. They were pretty. All
right, so before I get in trouble, I'm gonna go to the next shit. This is gonna be even harder. The next one's gonna be even harder. Okay, here we go. This is Dragon Ball Z Naruto Shippuden.
Z all the way. Sorry.
You gotta give it Z.
I like Z too.
You gotta give it a Z.
Z all the way, baby.
I think that
you get to see Uncle Piccolo and the young boy.
My girl had never watched. My girl wouldn't be into Dragon Ball actually if I showed it to her. She just wouldn't. Dragon Ball Z is what turns off most. I'd say people that aren't into anime is when they make fun of it, they're just they just screaming and doing these weird energy things, right? Usually people that aren't into it that have heard of it, they usually reference Dragon Ball. I don't know if now she's anime cultured enough to check it out, but I do think Z is a superior story than fucking Shippuden. I do think so. I love Shippuden, bro. There's so many parts of Shippuden that is so good, but I think as a whole,
hard.
As a whole, though, if you think about how the episodes played out, that filler bullshit in Naruto, some of them were just, you know what I mean? We skipped it. We skipped the fillers, by the way. We played it smart. We skipped the fillers. I'm still gonna go Shippuden on this.
Shippuden started out dark as hell too. It set the tone off rip. This is not what you just got done watching.
Yeah,
it's something different. Like it was different. Like
bodies, people are going.
Yeah, Gara got, but then like the first 20 episodes, like he died, and they brought him back, and then someone you just met.
That was crazy.
That was serious.
That was crazy. The Sasori fight. You guys were talking about that. The Sakura Sasori fight.
Right.
How she was so ill in that, and then she just disappeared.
Yo, they did her so dirty.
They did
her the dirtiest out of the entire series. The entire series.
I would think so, yeah.
Because they got you hyped in the beginning when Kakashi was like, all right, let's see what your skills are at.
Yeah.
Sakura, she put the gloves on. You're like, what the hell?
Gloves on. She got the tattoos came out. You're like, all right. She got the diamonds. She got the little Uzi.
Yeah.
Little Uzi. Yo, Lil Uzi's jacked, yo. I saw some videos about him. He's fucking jacked.
And and that's the thing. That's kind of an issue I have. I understand the show's about Naruto, and obviously like shonens are designed to for teenage boys. I don't like shortcutting and writing in what could be potentially strong characters, and they do that a lot for the female characters, and it kind of annoys me because it's like these people could have potential. You're just purposefully choosing them not to have potential, so it annoys the hell out of me. But in Z, you notice they do that off rip with Android 18. She beats the shit out of people for like the entire saga.
She broke Vegeta's arm.
Vegeta was on a hot streak. He just destroyed Android 19 or 19. Yeah, 19.
Yeah.
Destroyed Android 19. He's like, I got the new fit. I got the new hair. I got the highlights. I'm the baddest dude on the planet. And then this chick shows up and breaks his arm, act like he's nothing. Like it's like
she was dope, and then she married Krillin, bro.
Yeah,
she did.
She married Krillin. Yeah,
she did. Made that boy grow his hair back out.
Yes, she did.
Remember when Vegeta had a mustache?
That she did. Yeah. Z was great. With off rip, you meet Goku's brother.
Yeah.
Find out that there's more people fight that's not on Earth.
Yeah.
Then you meet Vegeta and Nappa. Then after that, they go to Namek. Then you meet Piccolo's people, and then they just keep blowing the world up more and more.
More and more.
Then you get introduced to the dude that killed like the Saiyans, and then now Goku got to fight him, and now he's a legendary Super. Once they got to Namek and they turned Super Saiyan, it was done. There was no looking back. You
got to see that live on TV, and it was just like, because you like imagine Tsunami? you don't know what's supposed to happen. How is he supposed to beat this dude? And then that's what he came up with, and you're like, thank you. That's all I ever wanted.
Crazy.
Are you guys going Z on this?
Z.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Z.
We have to go Z.
We're split again one more time.
We have to go Z. Naruto's shooting hard, but Z forever classic. I don't care what Gen Z kid said. Shut up. Shut up.
You'd be like, do you even super, bro? Sheesh. No, all right, we're gonna go to the next one right here. So this is a different question here. So I know that you are fans of Baki, at least Jerod is. And if you had to fight one of these two, are you gonna fight Kaoru or Jane Oliver? Nah, you got it, bro. You got it to save your family. You're all gonna die. You have to fight one of them.
Maybe Oliver, because he might try to just sun me and teach me a lesson. Like he might pull back,
crush you, and the death would be quick, right? Wow. But Kaoru is gonna do that Indian burn shit.
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna go OD with it. Look at him. First of all, look at what he's holding in his hand. That's a whole suit in his hand right there. That he started ripping from his ankles. He started at his ankles and just ripped it up all the way from his shoulders. And that's how he started the fight.
My girl's
like this nigga.
Yo, my girl's only experience with Baki is I showed her the scene where Baki loses his virginity.
Beautiful.
and then all this crazy shit happens.
Yep.
And I remember she was like telling me, like, remember the anime one time that you showed me, and like the guy lost his virginity and he became stronger. I was like, what? What are you talking about? I forgot about it, bro. That's how crazy Baki is. It's Jerod. It's just men being men.
That's it. It's kind of the alternative to JoJo, like super hyper masculinity, but like still gay as hell. Still the gayest thing you could probably just find.
Like every guy that fights on them.
I don't want to comment on it. But it's like every time I see these dudes, it's just like just the most pronounced butt cheeks you've ever seen in pants. Like it's like, yo, like, all right, that's what we doing.
And like in the newest season, Son of Ogre.
Yeah, I watched it.
So you should definitely watch it because this nigga Oliver, he does it like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
where he just like flexes his muscles and then like the clothes on his back just like come on. So like he rips it once.
Not only that, okay, he rips out of him and he leaves some aura somehow that when he rips out of the clothes are still standing there in the shape, yo.
Shoes and everything. And he'll be like flexing, and then the clothes are just still there flapping in the wind. It was just like, yo, this nigga's so base.
And then like he's so jacked, and his clothes are still there. Like the wind is blowing it, but it's still staying.
And then like another time he did it, but like he just flexed it, and they just shot off his back. And he was just like, all right, let's go. Like he just did a suit change, and then like that was it. Like,
all right, so you're going Unchained, right?
On Decimo.
I'm gonna go Unchained too, because I think he'll just kill me right away. He'll just like crush me. You know,
that's it.
I feel like
just get it out the way.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. We're gonna go to the next one here. So if you had to be in one of these worlds, would you be in the Promised Neverland or Full Metal Alchemist?
Already got an answer. It's Full Metal.
Yeah,
you would rather be in Full Metal?
I would rather be in Full Metal.
Yeah.
I guess, but it's war torn.
I watched one episode of Promised Neverland. Probably never watched another one.
Yeah, I'm definitely not.
I thought you finished it.
Oh, hell no! I only watched one episode.
The Promised Neverland is fucking good, man.
Yeah, the first season is great.
We haven't even started the second season because we heard it's so bad we just never watched it.
Yeah, I heard it's not great, and I'm like, oh shit. Well, maybe I'll just let it sit.
That first one though, yeah,
and that kid was so fucking cute in it.
I know
that little kid. Oh man, that I forgot his name. But he was like the short kid with the hair.
Yeah, he was mad cute.
Yeah,
the short kid with the hair.
Yeah,
he had the face.
Yeah. Sometimes you need that hip check from your girl. Sometimes, you know what I mean?
Man,
all right, so you're going Full Metal Alchemist. Everybody's going Full Metal on this.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Full Metal.
Because there was some hope at the very first episode. The first fucking Promised Neverland is a dead kid.
Yeah, immediately.
First episode
was a dead kid. That's what hooked me.
It's just survival. At least in Full Metal, you can walk around and you got a metal arm.
Explore
a little
research.
Bit.
Yeah. Joke around with your brother.
Yeah. Not just be like, damn, we in prison. This is crazy.
You get fed to a monster.
Yeah, I want to find out what happens, but I'm just scared that the second season is just gonna piss me off.
I mean, the first season is so good,
it's
though.
Fucking amazing.
It's so good.
Amazing.
This is one of the this is one of the few animes that I actually watched on my own.
Yeah.
So I saw him watching it, and I was like,
and I told you, I was like, listen, this is really fucking good.
It's so good, but it's so dark. And I was like, all right, let me try a couple. Like, I was kind of interested when I saw what he was watching. I was like, all right, okay. I think somebody's gonna park in our apartment.
I think Jason Voorhees is outside with a chainsaw right now, about to fucking kill us on stream, bro.
I'm like, go on the backside of the building.
That's great comedic talent. I'm ready for the punchline.
Can you imagine? And then that's how I get all the views I've always wanted.
The nigga in the Porsche 911, been in the corner too.
Damn, dude. All right, so you were talking about the Promised Neverland.
Oh yeah, no, but yeah, I watched it at work, and I mean, it was intense. I mean, I watched it maybe a day.
You watch it really quick.
It is a mind game, and it's crazy because it's like you got these adults really trying to sun these kids, and they're trying their best to and they're stupid smart. The top three kids, they're dumb smart. The rest of them don't really know what's going on, but these kids are just gifted and whatever.
Yeah, and then the other mother comes in.
Oh yeah,
the mother,
doll. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
That lady was crazy. So yeah, I definitely
whatever. Grown people who are we gotta get out of here. That's the whole mission. We gotta get out of this place.
It was wild.
It gave me Shawshank vibes in a way.
A little bit. Yeah.
Shawshank with kids. Yeah, Shawshank with kids. Just the little if this plan doesn't go exactly according to the way we want it to, it's over. We don't. That's it. Monster food.
It was good.
I don't even know that there's a movie that could be compared to that.
Shawshank is similar because they're trying to escape from prison, but it's
yeah, but I mean, if you add the monsters and the kids and the prison and the escape, There's nothing.
And it wasn't technically a prison. It was like
it was literally like a boarding. It was
like a boarding.
It was an orphanage. It was an orphanage.
Yeah.
But once you realize what they was in for, they locked up.
That shit is wild.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
so whatever the fuck happens, I'm not going there.
Yeah. I'll chill with Al.
All right. Okay. So Full Metal Alchemist. Everyone's on Full Metal.
I would rather be ReZero.
I fucking talked about that. They haven't watched it, and I fucking hate that show, man. I watched one season of it. I just can't stand protagonists that are crying all the time and don't.
I would rather listen to him cry
than be proud of family. All right. Well, there you go. That's it, man. Holy shit.
Oh yeah. Didn't you have a big three question?
No, we talked about it already. I mentioned that for me, when I didn't even know what the big three was, the first three animes I watched was Ghost in the Shell.
The movies,
anime movies. It was Akira and Ninja Scroll, which I was talking about. I showed you the little thing where the rock guy like eats her pussy and then he melts later. Remember we watched it on stream one time?
Sure.
I was like, sure, we've done over 200 podcasts.
I will say the movies are a great introduction. Like if you're trying to get someone who maybe knows nothing about anime or doesn't even like it, try to go movies instead of series because it's less of a commitment. Like I'm showing my girl the Studio Ghibli films.
Yeah, I did that.
And there's a couple. It's like in the vein of that Ninja Scroll type movies.
It's a movie?
Yeah, it's like other
Sword
movies.
Of the Stranger?
What is it?
Sword of the Stranger?
No, it's like well, you were talking about like the high quality ones. Something Tomorrow. Fuck, I can't remember what it's called. I'll look it up, but it's they're more like slice of life types, but they're very beautifully drawn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the slice of life stuff is really good actually.
I mean,
and it's really.
You showed one movie that was
like not action. Yeah, we watched Your Name. We watch a bunch of stuff. That was
Your Name the one where they were in the same place but different times?
Yes, that was the big one. That's good to watch with like a lady, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. You said.
And I mean, just
it's a Silent Voice and Your Name.
Silent Voice is the other one that we haven't checked out yet. That we almost checked out. So anytime my girl wants to watch something. Or I want to fuck my girl up, like with it being emotionally.
Damn, nigga.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, let's watch Your Name, and I want.
You like horror. Stuff.
I love horror.
Do you like horror stuff as well?
She does
Midnight
not.
City. Oh, I was about to say Midnight Cities would be a good one. It's a fun 1983 anime type.
Is that the one where is it Wicked City or Midnight City?
Wicked City. That's
the one with the
Midnight
spider pussy
right now.
Spider pussy.
This guy might as well have his own hentai show.
What do you mean?
This motherfucker just talks about. You remember the one with the pussy? And then he just melted. And then there was the one.
Yo, my man, you talking reckless right now.
Speaking of hentai, right?
Hentai.
Did you guys ever watch Legend of the Overfiend?
That
was around the time of La Blue Girl, Legend of the Overfiend, the OG hentais. So Legend of the Overfiend actually had a great fucking story. It was these demons.
Right. I know what you're talking about. Someone put this on.
There was definitely lots of fucking tentacle penetration in it. There was like, but it was dope.
I never saw it, but someone told me about this. Yeah. I
feel like showing my girl that, but then we watched. We'll
watch it for the picture quality. Obviously, it's gonna have really good drawings in it.
It's like I'm telling you, this is a really good one. And then the first scene is just tentacle hands.
Yeah,
just randomly. They'll be like, you
don't make the mistake I did. I showed someone Food Wars for the first time, and I was watching it for the first time, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
Did you not like it? I never watched it, but I know people.
No, it's not what I wanted. It was like I thought it was gonna be an anime version of Top Chef, like really technical. Like I've seen like Jerod and I have been getting into sports animes where they just like they draw it out like Haku and Ace of Diamonds and Ippo, like just being really technical. I thought it was gonna be that with cooking. I was like, hell yes, it's gonna be Top Chef. Always gonna be flipping in. He's like, oh, this technique I've never seen. Nah, like first episode, anime titties, and I'm just like,
it's just motherfuckers orgasming with food.
Yeah, orgasming with food. Yeah, and I was just like,
I'm creaming in my pants. Like,
nope. Nah, I'm okay.
All right, we're gonna do one final question before I get you guys out of here. All right, subbed or dubbed?
Depends, and that's the hill I'll die on.
So
depends.
I do think that any of the Cowboy Bebop stuff, Samurai Champloo, Cowboy Bebop, anything that motherfucker does is really good English dub. Just amazing.
Yeah,
amazing. Steve
Bloom.
Yeah, amazing. Just amazing English dub on any of those. You can watch those in English and it's all good. But some of the stuff, man, I'm like,
Studio Ghibli is normally.
Oh yeah, on you watch Ghibli on HBO Max, and I mean you got HBO behind it. You're gonna get
they get full. Like one of my favorite
stars doing it.
Yeah,
my favorite anime or one of my favorite anime movies ever is Princess Mononoke, and Jada Pinkett's in that movie.
Bro,
I got a tattoo, bro. I love that fucking movie. Jada Pinkett's in that movie for no reason. They're just like, nah, she's got a great voice. Put it in the movies.
Yep. Like, well, I mean, the other one. What's
Which
the
one? Howl's Moving Castle?
Howl's Moving Castle. That's
Howl's Moving Castle.
Is it?
That's Christian Bale, yeah.
What?
That's Christian Bale is his house.
Yo.
Yeah, so, but I will say you can't just watch any Studio Ghibli movie because I watched some. I was just like, oh, yeah, it's,
Which is the one that you didn't like?
I don't even know the name of it. All I remember is that it was about a war and a guy building airplanes.
Oh, that's the one that I haven't seen yet that I know is gonna make me sad. It's about
depressing. Depressing.
It's supposedly about the dude who designs the planes that eventually are used for Pearl Harbor.
Yeah. They don't so much go into that side of it. It's more about like his life story and how he puts work before himself, and then when he finally gets to himself, what he ends up losing in his own life. And then the success of his, so it's like the balance of all of those. But man, it's depressing as all shit.
Yeah, that one and was it Grave of the Fireflies? Well,
that one is fucked up. I haven't seen that one, but I know every time I see like a dark anime list or anime that's fucked up, that is like in the top 5, bro. Grave of the Fireflies.
Yeah. But you got to do it to yourself. You got to learn.
I like watching fucked up shit, man. I love watching horror. Like
all I know is like I'm gonna have to watch like Spirited Away again.
Why?
Because I feel like I watched it and I was like, what the hell did I just watch?
What you mean?
Like that movie's kind of, if you're not ready for that movie, it's trippy.
But you watch House.
It's a lot though.
House is got a story that makes like not for nothing. It makes a little bit more sense. Like you kind of can follow it. The other is like.
Spirited Away's got a lot of like morals in it. It's like
there's a lot of morals. Like I was worried about her parents the whole time.
Oh, they got turned into pigs.
They got turned into pigs.
Yeah.
She got a creepy ghost like face mask man following her, eating everybody. And I was like, this is a fucking horror movie. And then they become friends randomly, and it was like I really was lost as hell. In that there's a dragon, there's a good and a bad witch, and I was like, man, it
kind of sets you up like you're about to watch like a Disney movie. And then it's like, nah, this is DreamWorks.
You want to drop
I wasn't ready for it. But everybody loves it so much. I feel like I gotta watch it again now, knowing where it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
So the first time you watch that movie, if you're not ready, everybody's like, oh, it's so funny. The first time you watch it, you go, what the hell did I just watch?
I thought British people had a different fun.
I was like,
But then you watch it with somebody who appreciates it,
that's
and
the
you
one
start
with
to realize,
with the
like,
black
oh, that's
in the
so
arms,
funny.
right?
Yeah, like
it's just about the spread, the death bunny and all that shit.
Oh
like,
yeah.
That was funny.
So I felt the same way after watching Spirited Away. So I feel like I need to watch it again.
Yeah,
preferably with somebody who has a Spirited Away tattoo, because I feel like they're gonna appreciate. They're gonna be like, oh, you got it. Oh, so this is really,
they have an explanation on the side.
Yeah, they have the inside scoop on shit, and then you can understand it better.
Yeah.
I watched Mononoke in the theater, man, like not knowing what it was. A homie of mine at the time lived in my brother's apartment, and he was like, hey man, you want to watch Princess Mononoke in the movie theater in Canal, some Canal movie theater, Canal Street. And I watched that shit and I was like, yo, this is so fucking dope, yo.
Yeah,
it was in Japanese. It was subtitled, bro. It was subtitled.
I saw
subtitle.
Yeah, subtitled, bro. It was so dope. Yeah, it was a small movie theater. It wasn't a Regal. It wasn't an AMC. It was like some Canal Street like movie theater. I don't even know if it's there anymore. It was a long time ago. I must have been in my 20s.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. I must have been like
young man.
23, 24,
23 years
25,
old.
maybe. Yeah, so no way like that shit's there now. Dinosaurs. We had to take a dinosaur like Yabba Dabba Doo to get to the fucking theater.
One pair of shoes.
I'm dead. You had a pedal.
With the feet, bro. With the feet.
With no city bike.
Guys, we did it, man. We fucking did it. Thank you for doing the episode. If there's ever anything that I can do for you guys, I love having you on here. If you ever want to hop on again, you want to promote some shows.
You gotta come on. You gotta come on.
We gotta get you. Yeah.
I think this actually. I truly think that you two will be the first guests that will be here in person because I have a 4-mic setup.
Yeah.
Like I have.
I'm already peeping that DVD wall back there. We about to run somebody
noticed right away. And I didn't tell them the story.
Through your whole collection.
Oh, please do. Please do.
Yeah.
Ain't no Criterion collection here.
Whole backstory. What's so funny about this wall is my dad, when I was in high school, was like, I'm going to take up a second job because there's a DVD, like a video store that's hiring. And I just want to kind of have like, something fun to do. So we were like, all right, cool. So my dad started working at a video store and it was a little chain. Same time as Blockbuster was out. And one by one, when I was in college, they started to close down the chain because it wasn't doing so well. So because they were closing everything down, they would my dad would call and go, they're going to close down this location. So you can go and browse. And I'd buy 30 to 50 DVDs at a time for like $100 to $150. And so that's how I got this. And so I would leave with boxes of DVDs and all different types. And my mental state wasn't, am I going to like it? It's, would this be fun to watch with other people? What if somebody wants to have, so I have movies in here that I have never watched and never have the intention of watching.
I know. You watched Prometheus for the first time with me, DVD, and I was like, y'all want to watch a trippy movie? I'm on shrooms. And fucking, she put on Prometheus, bro. And that shit was dope. I was like, these engineers, man.
So I got a bunch of movies that I'm not gonna watch, but it's like, but then if people come over, then you have the option to like throw on something that I wouldn't watch in my everyday life. So this DVD collection is weird. Just a weird.
There's a lot of good shit in there.
There's great stuff in there.
Good shit in there.
Ready.
You got Blade?
Yeah, I should have Blade.
Yeah, I think she has all 3 of them. I think so.
Yeah.
And I love that conversation you guys had about one of your episodes with Blade and how I fucking love Blade, dude. I've told this story so many times on this podcast before, but I watched Blade 1. It's really embarrassing, but I'm gonna tell it because it's funny as fuck. So I met this girl in the Philippines, right?
All right.
And I didn't have money. She was older. I was 18. She was like 21. And I didn't have money. And I was like, yo, do you want to watch Blade? And then get this. She's like, yes, I'll meet you in the mall. I didn't have money. So I brought my dad with me. And my dad watched the movie with me and this girl. And I sealed the deal like a week later, though. So, I don't know how. I got it in. But I went on a date with my dad there when I was already 18, and it was to Blade 1, and I fucking loved it, dude. The first scene with the blood rave and shit. I love dance music, and I love that song even before the movie came out. Yeah. So great fucking movie.
So funny.
Great movie.
Goddamn.
Great movie. First and second one. That's the double feature we're doing. That's the double feature.
Marshall Ali is not my Blade.
Oh, you're not excited to see what he does, though? I mean, I thought it was all things black thumbs up. I thought that's what happened.
But we can't step on each other.
You know what's crazy is Wesley Snipes probably would have been in the MCU if he didn't go to jail all that time. Because when he first got out, he did Expendables. That's the first movie he did.
Right.
Yeah.
He was in jail for like tax evasion, bro. You're fucked.
Yeah, that's what.
You going down.
Yeah, that was gonna get you.
You going down.
Yeah.
He had like a pretty good career, and then all of a sudden he just went away, and then I realized he was in jail.
Yeah.
Damn, that's just crazy, yo.
I don't know, because it seems like he didn't even like he was just kind of out of acting. Because after a while, they just had him playing like the same goddamn role. If it wasn't Blade, he was just some dude that was nice as hell.
You forget it wasn't.
He was nice though.
It was all through the 80s.
U.S. Marshal, Demolition Man.
What was that movie with?
All through the 80s.
What was that movie with Sean Connery? Rising Sun.
Yeah.
Remember?
Rising Sun? Yeah.
He was teaching. Dude,
that was like an action movie. He was like the action movie guy.
Action movie, New Jack, all the
So, but like, I think he was by that point. I think he was probably just done. Like,
I think he'd be too old. He'd probably be too old.
Maybe.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I don't know. There's always. If he wanted to do it, he could try to get back into it.
They got a new guy. What's it? I know. I forget his name.
Marshall.
I mean, I'm not saying.
He's an amazing actor. He's the dude that.
Well, now the thing is though, with the multiverse thing, it could be old Blade teaching new Blade how to blade.
Yeah.
You don't even know. It could be dual Blade, baby. What you want? What do you want? Nothing means nothing. We got Spider-Man fighting everybody now.
So Jerod has kind of a bias against MCU because he's like, you motherfuckers had me for 10 years already. I want to watch other shit now. But
as soon as they did that, Marvel 10, I was like, oh, y'all had me going to the theater for a decade? Oh yeah, wrap it up, goddammit.
But there's different people now, though. There's different people now.
Now, Ray and I argue this all the time because I like with who they have already gotten rid of. To me, it's the end of the era. You know, like to me, it's and he's like, nah, but you're gonna become attached to the next one, and you're gonna. And I'm like,
what are you talking about?
I don't know if it's gonna have a lasting effect. It's something gonna have to spark.
I'll say this because this is another.
Tom Holland can't fight everybody.
This is a One Piece. This is a One Piece thing. So it's kind of like that. So in the show, he has a brother, right? He has a brother. You meet the brother within like I think about like episode 100. Yeah. You meet his brother. You find his brother's looking for some guy. Then you don't see the guy he's looking for till like episode like 300. So it's like, all right, boom. This is a whole thing that's happening right here. His brother fights the guy. He loses a fight. Gets arrested. Gets like in prison. And then Luffy hears about it. It's like, damn, I gotta go get my brother out. Right? Loses his brother. His brother gets killed, and Luffy almost loses his life. Right? Then what they tried to do recently, they pretty much replaced him with the guy. They're like, oh yeah, he has another brother that he thought that was dead, and now he's alive. And then now to wash it even more like away to what Ace was, they gave the new brother Ace's powers. So I was like, what the hell was the whole point of having all of that happen? Right, and that led all the way up to the time skip of them going away for 2 years. That whole thing of like Luffy going to save his brother, then his brother dying, and then he stays away for 2 years and they train and they come back. He even has a move that like commemorates his brother. And then it's just like, nah, there's another guy, now he got his powers. I'm just like, well, that felt like a waste of fucking time. Like it really did.
Well, that is
yeah, I mean, but I can see it with the MCU. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence.
MCU is America's One Piece.
See the string, babe?
I've said it before.
It's gonna be taken off, yeah. Watch.
This look.
Watch your P's and Q's.
I'm not watching shit. How about that?
Now,
I will watch it. I'm not saying I'm not gonna watch it. I'm just saying that
MCU?
Look.
Yeah.
Let me just say this. We were watching. I forgot which movie it was. We were watching. I think maybe not Venom. It was something else. Maybe Shang-Chi. So this is the first time we're seeing the Eternals movie trailer.
Okay.
In the big screen. Yep. And I was trying to talk to her. I was like, yo, this is so sick. She's like, shut up, yo. Like trying to watch it. I'm like, he's back, son.
You want to know what, like when somebody's mad hyped about something, but you have no fucking idea what's going on.
I was so hyped.
And he's like, yo, this is going to be so good. And I'm like, What?
I don't know who they are.
Every other week. If it's not me getting hyped about something Gerard has no intention of watching, it's him being like, but One Piece now? One Piece. But trust me.
I will say this, I did get excited with I gained a little bit more interest now what they're gonna do.
Wait, which one?
Shang-Chi.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
With the whole they're like, it's sending a beacon. I was like, they're gonna bring out Fang Foom. Like that'd be cool to see him on a big screen.
Oh, Fang Foom. That's the dragon.
Cool. Yeah, because that's where you got the rings from, right? That's where it was from, right? I think the comic book lore.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see. But I mean, if he always comes back to but so and so is still in it, and so and so.
You got Doctor Strange. You got
he keeps bringing. That's the first one he brings up. I'm like, there is not Spider-Man, a character Doctor that Strange. I could not give a shit about more than Doctor.
Yeah,
Strange.
I like Benedict Cucumber Patch.
I'm not saying though. I'm not like, let's call the Avengers. We need him first. Like I never.
I like Spider-Man.
He's an extra thought, to me.
You're a thought.
Yeah, this is definitely. This is definitely what they have with the MCU is going to be one of those weird, Marvel team-ups that they have in the books, which is like, why is Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and Shang-Chi in the room right now?
Did you guys watch
what the hell happened?
Did you guys watch What If?
I know they have, I did watch some of What If, and I know they're, because a lot of stuff they, loosely based off some of these, limited runs or alternate universe.
Like the What If comics, zombies,
but then it's like, all right, we digging deep. We're digging.
They digging.
We digging deep now.
Digging deep.
Yeah. So now it's just like, all right, now we really doing it for the nerds now. We doing it for y'all now. And it's like whoever stayed along for the ride, America's One Piece. It's America's One Piece.
One thing I will say about their movies more than anything is that they're entertaining. I'm not saying I get fully invested in my soul, but I'm entertained, so I will continue to watch them. They're definitely not DC movies which I still, by the way, go to watch. But every time I'm always like, God, they couldn't have gotten better writers.
You like the new Suicide Squad, though. Don't play.
I liked the old Suicide Squad better than the
new
one.
Yeah.
Wow. The new one's good. I like the new one.
The new one was so fire, bro.
I mean, the new one was good too, but I liked the chemistry. I liked the backstory with
chemistry.
Harley. I liked.
I think my girl is I think my girl is 1 out of 10 people.
But you know what I think? You know what I think is better than both of those Suicides? The Birds of Prey. That shit was hard.
You like Birds of Prey?
Really? I like Birds of Prey. Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, it missed the mark for me.
So the reason why I thought it was okay, but one of the things that people complain about, and I complain about as well, is this little Asian girl. First of all, that little Asian girl can't fucking act, in my opinion. And another thing, that little Asian girl is supposed to be Cassandra Cain, one of the best fighters in the entire DC universe, bro. Even when she was a kid, she was an assassin already. And then they were claiming that, that's not actually the Cassandra Cain that you're thinking about. Then why the fuck did you call her that?
Yeah.
Right.
And she actually is part of that universe. She hangs out with that crew, So it's like, why did you even do that? If you're just going to have her as a scared little girl, hiding. She could have killed all those people. In the comics, she could kill everyone there. So, but I mean, that's going a little too deep. But we're going to end on this. We're going to end on the MCU is One Piece. That's what we're going to end on right now.
There we go.
And we appreciate you guys coming on. If there's anything ever we can do, if you guys want to hop on here, maybe if you want to promote fucking stand-up shows or whatever, you can fucking do that. I would love to do that for people. And yeah, man, let me know when you're going up again. I don't know if you guys are going up now, but I'd love to see you guys do some stand-up. That'd be dope.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
We love watching comedy. We love it.
Do.
Yeah. I mean, you can catch us obviously for our podcast. Negro Jump ENT.
Yeah.
I'm Cordero. He's Jerod. So we both are always tagged in our stuff. If you want to follow us.
I got a show this Sunday in Manhattan, right up from Union Square.
Yeah.
What time is it?
At 7.
Union Square. Well, I'm always in that area.
On Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday we got a double damn feature.
Yeah, we're watching Halloween Kills and No Time to Die back to back.
You got
5 hours.
You got no time.
See Jamie Lee.
Well, I mean, it's going at 12
see Jamie Lee.
Yeah.
Try her best.
I like me some killing. I love horror.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
So if we can't make this Sunday, then we'll plan for a time where we can.
Yeah, just hit us up. Definitely keep in touch, man. If you ever want us on the show or your show, we would love to do it. This is your boy Ray.
Yeah.
We coming up to y'all spot.
Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. We can do it right here.
Yeah. That double feature is happening here.
This is your boy Ray and your girl Kelly and Negro Jump saying peace.
Good night.
Yo, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell icon so we can squad up in the comments.